But unfortunately, she won't be driving in Gatlinburg. She said, bummer. Well, you can enjoy our ride.
It's 55 degrees.
I posted a video of our food review from the Smith & Sons. Oh my goodness, look right here. Look what's in front of us right here. To Gatlinburg today. That was our introduction to Gatlinburg today.
Our welcome wagon. We had a welcoming bear.
Eddie Stedman said, wow. Hello, Annette from Wisconsin. It is 55 degrees right now. That bear was walking awfully close to those people. They kind of weren't moving back real fast.
Yeah, I felt like he was worried about me, so I went past him. And sure enough, right behind us, he crossed the road.
Yeah.
He got out of there. I thought maybe my noisy car was bothering him.
That was completely unexpected. We weren't expecting...
Not down there.
We weren't expecting to be
introduced
to see a bear immediately as we got into Gatlinburg.
I saw some people lined up with their phones and staring, and so I thought, uh-oh, I wonder if something's going on up here.
But, you know, we just came to drive around. We weren't even looking for bears. But God is amazing, you know, and it just let us see that bear real quickly.
It's a gift.
You know, God, well, it's, you know, God just answers our prayers. That's it. We just, you know, we've asked for safe animal encounters regardless of where we are, you know. It doesn't matter if we're in Cades Cove or where we are. We've just asked God for safe animal encounters, you know. Mm-hmm. And God has given us safe animal encounters. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home.
Yeah, I don't think someone that was planning on seeing bears would drive a noisy diesel. They'd probably have a Tesla. Something quiet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just totally God that shows us bears because they don't really like the sound of the diesel car that we drive. You know, they don't like the sound of it. And so for God to just have them be right there, you know, that's just God.
And he does it for our viewers too. Because he knows y'all love it.
Well, I think he does it because, you know, that I love bears.
He loves bears too.
Yeah.
That was so cool. Where
I was
else?
a little nervous because he was so close to my window.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous. He was so close to my window.
Yeah. think the older ones are more predictable. The younger ones are the ones they're worried about. Well, that makes my night.
It's just always exciting, you know, for me to see a bear. It doesn't matter if it's way far away and I see it or like that. It just is always thrilling for me to see a bear because I love bears. Annette from Wisconsin said, Eddie Stedman, please say hello to One Ringy Dingy for me. Eddie said, I will. And Hayton, and I saw your comment. I didn't get a chance to respond to it, but I did see it. She said, we lost our little dog today. She was 14 years old, and that's how long we had her. We're so sorry, Ann, for your loss, because Ann had lost her husband not too long ago, and then her little 14-year-old dog just passed away. And we are so sorry for your loss, Ann. You have been through so much. We just pray continued healing mercies for you in the name of Jesus. May the God of all comfort be with you. Everyone's saying, Ann, I'm so sorry for your loss. And they're praying for you. I gave Donnie a choice today. I said, we could go to the Three Bears store, or we could go just drive around Gatlinburg, or we could go somewhere and get him a treat. And he said, well, I'm good with treats right now. As a matter of fact, he still had his leftover cake from Veterans Day, from the meal, you know, that we went to. I posted the video of JT Hannah, so if you haven't watched that, I appreciate if you click on that and hit watch later. Also, Smith & Sons video, we did see bears in that video, so that's in the video as well. And Kilwin's, there was a special ice cream that Donnie tried in the Smith & Sons Kilwin's bear video. There was a special, it was only available for a little while. The two berry or something. Anyway, don't describe it. You can watch the video and see what he thought of the two berry ice cream. Yeah. And then so tonight when we got in the car, he forgot that he had left his little leftover food container in the car. And so he goes, uh-oh, look here. Hey, Donald. Davidson from Ohio.
Ohio.
So I said, oh, don't worry about it. I think that's just your cake. It'll be fine. And he opened up the box and he goes, oh, you're right. It's the cake. So he had a little bite of that. He had a little bite of that cake right before we drove off.
It's been cool enough. I think it'll be okay.
It's totally fine.
I might just pull it out right now.
Ann said, yes, we've been crying and crying over both of them, her husband and their dog, her and her son. And we're so sorry, Ann. Ann said, thank you so much.
Did you have that chance to look at that video? You guys
are our big family.
And did you look at that video we had mentioned about on Team Jesus?
just been reading the Bible to help her, comfort her, and saying, Lord, I worship you over, her husband, and now she'll do it over her dog.
I know you kind of feel left behind, but you've also been left here to do some more, and they can do no more for the gospel in heaven. They can't do anything more, but you still can. Even in their honor and
and even in and that's very true, because you can minister to people who have had are grieving a great loss. You can absolutely minister to them on how the Lord has been helping you and healing you and helping you get through this trial. Now there was something. Oh, okay, so Donnie was saying this earlier about the 12 days of Christmas. So
let's have a debate on that.
Yeah. So just out of curiosity, the song, the 12 days of Christmas, and on, this day you got, one thing, and the second day you got two things and stuff. So Donnie had this idea about that. So go ahead and tell him, he's wondering if, how many gifts the person got. If you had to guess how many gifts that person got his beloved for the 12 days of Christmas, what number would you guess how many gifts were received? Donnie will wait to tell you his idea, because he had a different idea.
Let's let you do yours first. Yeah.
How many gifts do you think the 12 days of Christmas receiver got? Eddie said, what kind of cake was that? Sure looked like a slice of sugar coma.
No, it's orange soak.
Orange soak cake.
Yeah, orange soak cake.
It's supposed to have mandarin in it, but I didn't taste any mandarin.
Well, in the lighter part I could taste the orange.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really couldn't tell that it didn't taste orangey to me.
And almost like a butterscotch. Oh, spice. It's orange spice cake.
Now, Annette's guess is 78. Annette guesses 78. Anybody else have any guesses? How many gifts the receiver of the 12 days of Christmas got? Said 80. She thinks 80.
80. Wonder where they get the numbers from. I'm interested to know.
Well, they might say, 12,
so
11.
They're getting one of this, two of that. So they're counting.
Nancy said 60.
So there'd be one partridge, two doves, that would be 3. 3 French hens, that would be 6.
Watch your window down.
3 French hens, that would add 6. And then 4 calling birds, that would make 10. 5 golden rings, that would make 15.
Let them guess. You're not letting them guess.
Yeah, but just I like math.
Fun Time Video said 78. Donald Davidson said 76. Nancy thinks Annette got it at 78. Marcia, Donnie Daves said 67. Marcia Fuller said 156.
Really?
It's still interesting. We're letting people have time to guess.
How to add those up?
Ding, ding, ding. Now, see, that's the thing, Nancy, our treasured home. That was Donnie's idea. Nancy said, depends on if you add or you multiply the numbers, LOL. And see, so Donnie's going to tell you what he thought. Hi, Mrs. Virginia. Now, listen to Donnie's idea.
All right, so if you look at the words,
If you look at the words,
it says, on the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Which means the song
3, 4,
is
5.
actually adding up the gifts every time.
Every single day, you add
All the gifts are
all the rest of the gifts
given
on the
again.
low end. On the low end.
Yep.
If you did it that way, because most people I think would count it, I told it, most people I think would count it
It's just
as just each day was its own
adding a
gift.
I say that's not true.
Donnie thinks it's
That
like
my
on the 12th day of
true love,
Christmas, my true love gave to me
5 golden
12.
rings.
No, on the 12th day.
On the 12th.
On 12,
Yep.
and then 11 and 12. So you got 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And on the 11th day, you got 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and so forth.
Yep.
How many would that be if that was the way it sounds in the song? You know, that's a lot of gifts.
To give you an example, that means since there's 12 verses, there would be 12 partridges. There would be 24 calling, two,
Marcia said, I agree.
and then there would be
Hold on.
12,
Hold
there
on.
would be 3, how many, there would be 12 partridges, there would be 11 times 2
So Chad
calling birds. There would be-
Ashbrook said, so that would be 364 gifts.
Uh-huh. Yep, because by the time the song was over, your house, your barns, everything would be covered in
Full.
and people and lords and leaping and dancing, and milk would be everywhere. And cows. And now that's the extravagancy of God. I can see God being that extravagant. But that's just interesting. I mean, on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11. So now, what if you, like we were going to multiply. So then what if you take that 360 whatever and add in that 5 golden rings? Each ring is a gift. So it really, and each ring was a ½ ounce of gold. Wow. So what do you think? Does that word "and" really count?
like 11, is it 11 drummers drumming? No, 12.
The least amount of gifts you would get
which
would
one
be the
was
12
the drummers? Okay, which one was the 11?
11 Lords of Leaping.
11 Lords of Leaping. So then it would be, what's 11, 11? 22?
11 plus 11, yeah.
Yeah. So they would get 11, and then on the 12th day, they would get 11 more. So they would have 22 Lords of Leaping. And then on the 10th day was 10.
Well, it only counts up. So.
No, I mean, I'm saying on the 10th day,
Yeah.
you would get 10. On the 11th day, you would get 11 and 10. And then on the 12th day, you would get the 12th thing, the 11th thing, and the 10th thing. You see what I'm saying? And it all the way down.
Right.
Like
so
that.
As an individual.
Annette said, my head hurts from all this thinking.
Uh-oh. 2 winds down.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't know if there's a bear in there. There might be a bear in that store. You probably have to keep going, Donnie. Donnie, I think. Is there a bear in there?
Yeah.
Oh my. This is the downtown market.
Call it, please.
Let me do this. All right. I think. All right. All right. They need to.
We're just causing a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, we just got blocked.
Let's
just move on. Let's let them move on and let them deal with it.
Yeah.
Not be a problem. That guy fell over. I mean, we don't want to be a part of something. Somebody gets hurt.
Donnie said
I think that'll
380.
leave the bear way out. Probably a small one too. The big ones usually don't.
I don't think the bear's going to want to come out the store with all those people standing in front of the store is the thing.
Yeah, they all piled out at one point and knocked somebody over.
Watch a person here walking.
Got it. Scary little bear.
Hey, Maria. The sad part about that is, that bear might be feeling a little bit, desperate as far as finding food, and that wandered into the store. But, it's not, totally uncommon for a bear to wander into a store that has the doors wide open. Has happened before, but it's a little more rare. trying to encourage the bears to go out of town. David said, I'm changing my answer to 366 for the total of gifts for the 12 days of Christmas.
Yep. Saying that, but he's saying as if all 12 drummers drumming is one gift. And that's the way to look at it.
I still think these kind of look like chandeliers up here, these little lights.
That was funny when you thought of that. I was on a ship called the Chandelier. And if I'd have been smart, I would have bought one, a chandelier. Put it on the ship.
I noticed this tree is now changing colors. This tree was kind of
starting to play.
the tree.
Singing, I'll bet.
The tree was kind of just staying blue, you know, this tree right here, but now looks like they've turned it on and it's doing the colors now.
Dance. Can you hear it singing?
No, I don't hear any sound yet.
Alright. Well, we don't have to worry about copyrights on a dancing tree. There's no sound. It's quite the lake.
It's got some bows on it. They're white and then they turn red.
Four calling birds, three French hens, two turtle doves. On the pond, a ridge and a pear tree. I don't know. Could you sing that? Ah, four calling birds, three French hens. I don't like French. I want them to be Irish hens. Irish chickens. So if you have them do it Irish, if you're going to do it in that accent, what would John Wayne's gifts be? I'd want 12 cannons. And 11 horses. I'd like 10 bales of hay. I'd like nine saddled horses. I'd like 9 saddles for my 10 horses, a spare saddle. I'd like 8. What I like 8 of, I'd like 8 barns to put them in. I'd want 7 barrels of water. I'd want 6 buckets of oats. I'd want 5. I'll have to think about that. I'd like 5 golden harnesses. I'd want 4 calling cards to tell my friends I've got horses. I'd want 3 American hens. I'd want 2 turtle doves there. I just want you to know turtle doves are really slow because they're turtles. And then I'd like the Partridge Family to come play a song on my guitar. Yep, that police car's right there now. He's gonna have to get people back so that the bear's not afraid to get out of there. Oh, somebody's having fun running.
See, there's people gathered on both sides of the road now here, real sick, and so
They're gonna try to. But see, they don't realize that people are blocking the. I don't have anybody behind me, so I'm gonna sit here for a second.
don't get in trouble.
Yeah, that's right. I can't block the way. You're not allowed to sit in traffic. Okay. I kind of feel sorry for
go over now if you want. You can go that way, come down, so that we're not right next to that way. Thank you, Diane. She said, please remember to like and share the stream.
Down the street of Gatlinburg. Hey, I'm really serious about staying in touch with those people with those old-fashioned machines, the kind that run without electronics. Stay in touch with them. Celebrity 12 Days of Christmas. Now, I would do Jimmy Stewart, but unfortunately, George, 12. It would just take too long to do the 12 Days of Christmas as Jimmy Stewart. Okay, so the police are breaking up. There go the police cars. So, looks like they must have got him out.
Where's that store at? Right there?
Yeah, all the people are gone. I'm sorry.
I just had the people leave. You can turn that way then if you can.
I'm going to turn left. That's good. I'm glad the bear's okay and the tourism gets a little peep and a little excitement. That'll be on everybody's YouTube channel and Facebook. He probably meant to go into Aunt Annie's. The 12 Days of Christmas
that was
stuck in my head now.
That was definitely a lot more than we were expecting. We just thought it would be just a quiet night driving up and down the Parkway.
Yeah, who would think on a Wednesday? Be such excitement.
these stores might have to just leave their door shut.
Yeah, we hope they don't have to change the rules or anything around here. This is the time of week, the time of day that they can get things done. Oh, they're digging up the street.
That's good. Hope they're fixing stuff.
They're holding a blanket over it to keep the pieces of rock from flying at anybody walking by. That's pretty nice of them.
The fact that bears are unafraid of people means that people have been feeding the bears is the problem.
Yeah, I mean, a bear wouldn't normally let you within 50 to 100 feet. These are waiting until they're 5 or 6 feet away. Not healthy. I'm used to seeing a crowd of people on the corner here. That's a Wednesday.
Said people can do stupid things, and she says I worry about the bears. I agree, Diane. I'm worried about that bear that went into that store.
Yeah.
Teresa Harden said, "Me
I'm
too,
hoping that
Diane.
he learned a lesson and he won't do it again."
I'm very worried about that bear that walked into that store."
We just pray for that bear to be safe. And
That's not a habit that a bear needs to learn, to go into a store and find food. That is not something a bear needs to learn to do. If they do it one time and actually find
especially
food,
if they were successful, if they found something.
then the bears learn very fast, and that bear would want to do that again. Unless they can get that bear, move that bear way out into the deep national park or something, but
one of the reasons I moved is that it's against the law to impede the flow of traffic. Even if somebody else is impeding it, doesn't mean that makes it lawful for me to. That camera should have a good job keeping the bears away from that car.
Lori said, "Poor bear," and Teresa said too many have been euthanized due to people's actions. That's exactly the heartbreaking scenario here in this town. And there have been people that, tourists that have come here and didn't care if, they didn't care enough about the bears, so they were, purposely putting food out. Like even over at Five Guys, when they've seen so many bear, like it might be the same bear over and over, but over at Five Guys, this bear comes down that little alleyway or walks up the road or walks up this road or something and then goes right in there where the Five Guys is, because I believe there's been people leaving their food out purposefully, and then it draws bears, and then the bear gets in trouble for that. It's not the bear's fault, it's the people's fault. People have been baiting bears with food. We rented a cabin once, and before we went and got into it, we actually went to go check it out, because we had a handicapped friend that was coming to stay with us, and we wanted to make sure that it would be safe for him before he came, that he could actually get into the cabin and things like that. And so we drove over there, and when we drove over there, there was a mama bear and two cubs, and the two cubs seemed
right
like
outside the cabin.
They were eating something off the ground, and it took us a while to figure out what it was. We didn't know what it was. Somebody had thrown dog food. Somebody had thrown dog food all over the ground. And the thing of it was, that was on purpose, because that cabin is a no pet cabin. You can't bring a pet there. So whoever brought dog food to bait the bears and threw it on the ground outside. And I
didn't even clean it up when they left.
We did film the bears. We filmed the bears, and not even realizing it took us, we're filming it because we're seeing these little cubs from the car. We filmed it from the car.
Yep.
But we didn't know. It took us a while on the video to even figure out that they were eating dog food on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The bag was still there too.
And what we did was we reported.
Immediately.
As soon as we left and realized what was happening, Donny called the company the management who rents out that hotel. He called them to let them know somebody's putting dog food on the ground to bait the bears. Teresa said the bears are curious, and there are food smells everywhere. Oh, there are food smells all around town for sure, because these restaurants, like right now, Calhoun's, we're driving past Calhoun's. The smell of food is really powerful and strong right there. We have seen bears walking around outside of Calhoun's.
Yeah. Maybe that's a he's bear recommended.
Teresa said, since all the trash was being secured, I figured they would start trying to get in stores and restaurants. Now, I didn't even think of that, Teresa. I didn't even think that they would try to go into stores and restaurants. I mean, although...
I thought they would just give up and go out of town.
Yeah, I thought they would give up and go out of town. that they would just go back to the woods. And there's a farmer that has had some produce. He had some produce that was like, you know, maybe a little bruised or whatever, and so he in agreement, helping Gatlinburg, he's been putting his produce out of town in the woods to try to draw the bears out there, you know, and stuff. And it does seem like it's been somewhat successful because there's not as many bears as there were. Thanks for joining us, Annette. You have a good night.
Thank you, Annette, for showing up and being a blessing. Yeah, I mean, I think I would want to build a honeycomb or something and attract a Pooh Bear.
Mrs. Virginia said she just cleaned up from making chicken and 140 rolled flat dumplings.
Flat dumplings. I'm interested.
Lori said, what a great idea. I think she's talking about like luring the bears out of town with the produce, you know?
Yeah,
because the thing of it is
things.
you know, like, let's say you have, let's say you have apples or some sort of fruit that the bears do eat, you know, and you know, it's bruised or something, and you know, people aren't going to want to buy the bruised apples. Well, then if you take them and put them out into the woods, then there's a lot of animals, including bears, that would love to eat those. Those are natural foods for bears. Same thing with your the pumpkins that people have and set out for the fall season. If you take those pumpkins and take them, slice them open, if you go and slice them open and take them out into the woods, there's a lot of animals, including bears, including deer, that would love to eat those pumpkins. I mean, even I have a friend who is a farmer. A farmer in South Dakota, and she posted on her social media for if any of her neighbors have leftover pumpkins from the season, they could you know, bring them over to her because her pigs would love to have them. She says as long as they're not like painted pumpkins or something like that, you know, and not moldy and not painted. She said, you know, she'd cut them up, feed them to her pigs, you know, because there's a lot of animals that would eat those pumpkins. A lot of animals that would eat, you know, apples, and bears like nuts and fruits, all kinds of nuts, you know.
Yep.
And if you were out somewhere in, you know, the area where you could leave stuff out in the woods, you know, like that, it could help to draw the bears out of town. You know what I mean? Wherever that situation is, wherever you live, you know, other animals as well. Teresa said they say to smash the pumpkins for the wildlife. She said, there's Fanny's, yummy. Yeah, you need to smash them or somehow cut them open so that the animals can eat the inside parts, you know?
The aroma, too.
Yeah. And even squirrels and chipmunks. Squirrels and chipmunks will eat off of like a pumpkin
They
and
grab
stuff.
the seed or they eat the pumpkin?
Though, I think they will even grab and eat off the pumpkin. Yeah. Hi, Hooga.
Hugga, my Hugga.
Donnie's sending you hugs, Hooga. It's like hug a Hooga.
Hug a Hooga. If you really want to have a good day, you gotta hug a Hooga. You see?
Yeah, I can't see past those lights. You know what they might have done to get rid of the bear? They might have had it opened up a back door. They might have opened up a back door in that store and chased the bear out the back door.
Absolutely.
Where
Because
all
you
the
can't
people
have a
weren't
building
on the
without a back
street.
door. You're not allowed to have a building without 2 doors.
Teresa said, I was throwing out fruits and vegetables last year and it drew in mice and they ate the wiring harness on my car, so I haven't been doing it anymore. Yeah, you got to do it farther away from your car. You got to do it like in the woods or something. In the woods. Where the
house, not your house.
yeah, where the animals are, that's their natural habitat is the woods. So if you're going to throw that stuff out, throw it out farther. Oh, Mrs. Virginia said there were squirrels that ate.
Punch bug.
That was a punch bug. Mrs. Virginia said there were squirrels that ate berries off of her artificial wreaths. I've had
berries were real.
I've had rodents eat stuff like that when I stored my wreaths and stuff, my decorations in a box. I had rodents that would chew those things, thinking it was fruit.
It was like
or something.
It was cherry coating or
nuts.
something.
I don't know.
Styrofoam nut.
So I got to the point where I don't store things anymore like that in boxes. We bought totes, heavy duty plastic totes to store our stuff in, because I've had too many times, and so has my family, where rodents have just gotten into boxes. And then that's just a little too much for me. The germ thing of that idea is a little too much for me.
You feel rated. Yeah.
Teresa said it was near the woods, but when the food stopped, they came to my house and started eating the wiring on my car. Oh my gosh, what? Punch buggy.
Thank you.
He said he finally got her. They did a punch buggy. I thought there was a bear walking right up to someone, the way she screamed.
I thought that too.
I mean, the girl was screaming. I thought a bear came right up to her real close. And I was like, oh my gosh. And turned to the side, and it was a dad doing punch bug to his daughter, because that tells
losing the battle.
That tells me the daughter must have been punch bugging him, seeing the bug first over and over,
Yep.
or a bug
He
in the
finally got her
past,
back.
and he got her back.
"Thank you."
He's like, thank you.
I
finally got her, he said.
We are not responsible for bruises, family arguments, anything. We're just going by.
Mrs. Virginia said the squirrels climbed up the doors while the wreaths were hanging. Yeah.
Must have been something sweet.
Lori said, can you suggest a good restaurant in Townsend? Hey, Spaceman Dudley!
Hey.
Now he has a regular nose and fire eyes today.
In Townsend. Oh.
In Townsend.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there was one good restaurant that just burned down to the ground.
Yeah.
I posted about that, but
The one that's most highly recommended is called the Trailhead Steak and Trout House.
No, that's the one that just burned down.
No.
Yes.
Man, they had a 45-minute wait when we were there.
We went there. We were gonna eat there, and it had a 45-minute wait. So Donnie said, they said they had this other restaurant was
Like a mile down.
yeah, but they owned it as well. So we went ahead and went down there. So we never got to eat at this trailhead because the day we went to eat there, it had a long wait.
Yeah.
45-minute wait. And then, yes, that one just burned down.
That's the one that burned. Well, this business card is a collector's item now, and we'll have to take good care of that.
And then, so, let's see.
So the one just down the way is
It's kind of breakfast and lunch, that other one.
Oh, then there's the one that's on the west side of town. It's kind of got 3 or 4 restaurants right together, and one of them is a museum, all huddled in this one parking lot.
Yeah, there's a like a little area where they've got some shopping and a little museum and a food place and stuff.
Yep. Yep.
We
That's
actually
like state sponsored.
there's a little restaurant there. We haven't eaten in Townsend a whole lot.
We really haven't. We've been wanting to.
We mostly eat in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg.
Well, you can put on your list the Snoring Bear.
That's over in.
That's more towards.
It's towards Maryville, but what's the name of the town
was
there?
it called? Wall something. Walden.
Walden.
Yeah.
Is that the name of it?
It's a Snoring Bear.
Wallen.
That's
Wallen.
Yeah,
Wallen.
Wallen. That's only
Yeah.
about 4 miles out of town, though. And
Teresa said, that's so sad. I went there and it was an hour wait, and I never got to try it. She said the Riverstone is good. The Riverstone.
there's a couple barbecue places there.
I think it's called Wallen. It's over by Maryville. There's a little place called the Snoring Bear, but that's only open for breakfast and lunch.
Right.
Spaceman, have you eaten in Townsend? And if you have, what restaurant would you recommend? Lori said, okay, that's where we're staying during Thanksgiving, over there in that area. Maria said, Dancing Bear in Townsend. Dancing Bear in Townsend is what she recommends. Most of the time when we're in Townsend, we're driving through to get to Cades Cove. So we haven't like stopped and eaten there a lot. Happy birthday to Spaceman's mom.
What planet is she from?
Donnie said, what planet is your mom from, Spaceman?
Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids.
Spaceman said he has not eaten in Townsend, but he saw a lot of places he would have liked to try.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it does seem to be just the spot where it's a town where you're passing through.
Unless you're staying there, a lot of times you're passing through.
Yep.
Yeah. Maria said a lot of YouTubers don't go to Townsend much. Yeah, as I said,
They've got a beautiful
lot of them just pass
remade
through.
cabin area where original cabins and stuff are. They've got a lot of history there, and they have this whole setup of like a 1800s town, and all the different buildings are right there that have been moved from other places in the state to that spot. It's like a museum.
Lori said, we do go into Gatlinburg, but it's nice to stay in a quiet area.
Yeah, Little River Road is such a wonderful drive.
And Mrs. Virginia said, I've heard it's a good place to live, Townsend.
We went there for a parade. That's on our
Maria said,
playlist.
Joy, are there a lot of restaurants out that way? I don't think there's a lot of restaurants out that way,
No,
but they have, they have some here and there. Lori said it's a beautiful area. Spaceman said, Mom's from a little planet called Mendota.
In the Star Cluster, Tennessee. Whew. Temperature's up a little bit, but I think that's because the car is warmer.
I really hope that they chased that bear out the back door and it did not cause a problem, that it did not give them any trouble, and that
He gets to grow up and be a big bear
the bear survives that.
in the woods.
I do hope that.
Do what bears do in the woods.
Teresa said, back in the spring, I stayed in Townsend. Went there 15 minutes before closing at the Riverstone, and they cooked us something to eat. Even though it was time to close. They said nobody leaves hungry, so that was nice. That was very nice of them. That was very kind. We've went to a couple places that went ahead and fixed us something to eat, and but sometimes you feel like you almost feel guilty.
I'm sorry, we closed.
That was at Bennett's.
Yeah.
Bennett's. When we went in at Bennett's, it didn't even say it was closing time, but they decided to close,
Yep.
and they said, "Sorry, we're closed." But
I think that
they were
was-
concerned about the weather that day.
yeah,
They were a little concerned about the weather. The weather wasn't that bad right then, but they were concerned it was going to get real bad, so they didn't want their employees on the road, so we understood that.
HHR.
Spaceman said, no, that'd be a little place in Virginia, the same place where Texas Jack Vermillion is buried and supposedly from. And just a reminder, I do have, when people are watching my regular videos and they're commenting, I am keeping track of names, and I'll be doing some of my giveaway prizes from the people who are watching my regular content vlogs, my shorter videos, because I can't, while we're driving or walking around or whatever we're doing on the phone, I can't keep track of everyone who's in the live stream chatting. So I'm keeping track of that by people who are in the regular comments that watch the regular videos. So if anyone's watching and you want a chance to win some of those prizes I've been buying, that's how you're going to have the opportunity. Go watch those videos in full. Put it on a tablet or a TV or a phone and leave a comment so that I can know you were there and leave your name and put your name into the drawing, the wheel or whatever. I can put it on the wheel and let the wheel spin and pick people, because that's how I've been picking from the videos. I've been picking who wins.
Joy had this idea of doing the painting of the month for artist Storyteller. So I've painted the painting of the month, which will be given away at the end of November to the names, and the names on the wheel will be the names that came in to my live stream on Artist Storyteller on Tuesday nights or at any other time, just as long as you leave a comment. And you'll have 4 chances to win, since there'll be 4 weeks.
Teresa said, we told them it was okay, but they insisted, and the food was really good. She said the best fried green tomatoes that I ever ate were from that restaurant that was when it was closing, she's saying. Lori said, I hope you have a blessed night. Thanks for the info in the drive, in the lights.
Yeah, it's gonna get dark now.
Teresa said, thank you for sharing your drive with us. I missed my fall visit this year. I guess I'll be back in January. Diane said, Donnie, that painting would make a great birthday present. LOL. Well, the painting that he did last night, that painting is going to be the fall,
November giveaway.
the November giveaway painting, the November giveaway. So people who watch Donnie's channel, people who go watch Donnie's painting videos and help him with his hours and share him out on his channel and stuff, those people, I am writing down their names so that whether they're watching the replay or the live, if somebody is not able to be in the live stream but they watch his replay and they comment on it, if they give him the time to let the video play, I am writing down their names, and then at the end of November I am putting in all of those names on a wheel, and then one of the wheel will spin, and the wheel will pick a winner of that painting that Donnie did last night, which was kind of a fall sunset. It had a really red,
Violet.
really red and violet sky with some fall trees and was it mountains and stuff. Very pretty, very pretty. And so people really, really loved it. Jam said, okay, quit messing with it, Donnie. So
Put the brush down and step away from the painting.
Spaceman said that they had a small gathering for his mom's birthday, about 30 people. They went to Elizabethton, and they saw a little damage from the flood. And he said it was nice. Both of us had a split order of mixed fajitas. Wants to know if you're going to get some Andy's custard, Donnie.
Oh.
Now he did get a small
I got an
free
ice cream bar.
cone. He got a small Veterans ice cream cone for Veterans Day. They gave him a small one.
Yeah, one scoop Sunday.
Spaceman said, I always honk going through the tunnel. we've never really been honkers going through the tunnel, but now they have a thing. They don't want you to honk, anyway, but we've never really been the...
Oh, I know. The Canadian geese are really upset about that.
Yeah, Teresa said they don't want you to honk anymore. And we just never, we always figured it was more of a tourist thing, we just weren't people that would drive through and honk anyway, because if you watch our live streams, we've driven through there many, many times and didn't honk. I think one time, a long time ago, we honked because, people said honk, but I think that might have been the only time we ever did it.
Oh, Spaceman.
Spaceman says, Teresa, I know, it's scaring the tunnel trolls. Yeah, they didn't want people to honk when the construction was going on, but they have signs up now saying do not honk, so and they moved the signs closer to the tunnel where they used to be farther back, where they were telling people don't honk because of the construction. But now what they did was they just took those signs and they moved them closer to the tunnel. They still don't want people honking. Teresa said she did honk when her kids were little. Still do if others are. Maria said they still honk. A lot of people do still honk.
Yeah. It echoes.
I don't know if they think that the honking can do damage to the tunnel or something. The echo of it. I don't know what their reasoning is, for why they don't want the honking. Unless they've had people that drive through when others are honking, and maybe those people complained or something that it was bothersome to them. I don't know.
Bring down the mountain.
I do know that people on the autism spectrum, sometimes certain kind of noises will make you jump, and Donny dealing with PTSD and me on the spectrum, there are times when literally a loud noise will make both of us jump, so, but the honking through the tunnel never bothered me when somebody was honking.
Hey, Spaceman, I got something for my cruise control. I feel sorry for my cruise control. It's a helpless romantic. Keeps getting engaged, but never marries.
Keep it on low, because it's fogging
Focus.
yeah. Teresa and Maria said party poopers. Yeah, some people that don't like something, they can
I haven't heard that term in a while. It kind of means something different now.
Teresa said it looks so uncrowded. She said, wishing I was there. I know it's a little slow right now.
Yep.
It should pick up by the weekend. Nancy said it's going to start raining there in Ohio in about an hour where she's at.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain here tonight and in the morning.
We got a little Christmas surprise from Nancy, but we're not supposed to open it until Christmas.
Yeah, we're hoping it doesn't go bad by Christmas. It better not
Tony's
be a fruitcake.
No, I don't think she made us a fruitcake.
No. Hey, there's the 10 drummers drumming. 12 drummers drumming. 11
pipers piping.
Should I move over them?
Yeah, you should move over to that lane over there.
One windshield wiper.
Nancy said, yes, that's right. Wrap it up with gift wrap and put it under the tree.
What?
Teresa
Does it
said,
already have Christmas paper inside that package? You know the chances of us wrapping that in Christmas paper?
Teresa said, Greensboro, North Carolina is too flat and the water's dirty. Nancy said, that's so cool. Yeah, that's why we were talking about the 12 days of Christmas, because they have it here in the Parkway, in Pigeon Forge.
So here comes eight
maids a-milking. Teresa said, Donnie's writing songs now. Oh, he has been for years. Donnie's writing. So he wrote a song for our wedding. Don't sing it right now. 7 swans a-swimming. 6 geese a-laying. Don't be so drudgy.
5 golden rings with a bird on top.
5 golden rings.
4 calling birds.
4 calling birds.
4 the calling. It's a bird sitting on a telephone. If you all want to know what that was. 4 calling birds.
Thanks for joining us, Linda.
Parlez-vous français? They have 3 French
3
hens.
French hens.
There's the 3 French hens right there. Merci. Beaucoup.
Teresa said Donnie's so talented, artistic.
I tell you, give your talents to God and He gives them back even more. Two turtle doves and a heart.
And here comes the 2 turtle doves
Turtle doves.
and the heart.
The turtle doves are really slow because they're turtles. Doves. And there she is, all by herself, leading off the song of the century here at
And
Casey Kasem.
a partridge in a pear tree.
Looks like a Charlie Brown tree. And here is the welcome sign backwards. That's those 12 days Christmas are coming.
Teresa said he paints and sings. Eddie said he sung me a song one night. It was pretty good.
I did.
And Maria said, and 1 lump of coal. And Teresa said, and he drank grass soda. I'll never forget that.
Oh man, that was
That was
awful.
nasty, that grass soda. I tasted it. It was nasty.
It tasted like grass. It must be somebody just
Nancy
came
said,
across that
LOL,
flavor and
LOL.
said, "This tastes like grass."
Yeah, like, let me see. Let me
Everybody
see
said,
if we
"Yep,
could make
that tastes
some
like
grass
Well,
soda.
let's tint it green and call it grass soda.
Maria says, grass soda, no way.
I
Sometimes
know.
on our live streams, he'll try a
That was
really
cheap stuff.
flavor of soda. We go to the Moon Pie store and get something, and you know.
They had one called Dirt too. I tried that one.
Teresa said the face he made was hilarious.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you have a good memory.
Eddie says, I'll let the secret out. Donnie has an electronic keyboard in his closet. When we have a house, I'm going to get that. We're going to get that electronic keyboard out, and he's
going to get lessons.
Donnie's going to get some lessons, even
Really
if it's
don't
on
think I'm a key
YouTube or
player,
something, and learn how to play, because,
but
yeah.
everybody wants me to learn how to play and entertain
Then he can
them.
play his own music. He can make up his own music for his
my own stories.
for his storytelling.
Yep, and my own songs too.
And Donnie has a video coming out in the morning, more from the Veterans Day.
No,
And
Friday morning.
Friday morning. Oh yeah, Friday morning. He's got a video coming out Friday morning, more from the Veterans Day and some more chatting with the veterans at another breakfast spot. Because, you know, Donnie had 2 breakfasts that day. One was, how much did you pay? Oh, recorded themselves trying to pet a bear. So don't even joke about
don't
that.
even understand.
Don't even make
Yeah.
a joke about that, because, you know, Eddie
They're
saw
not
someone
dogs.
posting it on Facebook where someone was trying to pet a bear, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna pet that dog.
Well, that's a
Pet that
joke
dog.
about that little girl saying, "Can I pet the dog? Can I pet the dog?" And it was
Pet
a
that
bear.
dog. They are not dogs. They do not understand being petted or being friendly. Everything is food. If you're not a bear, you're food.
Spaceman said he was in Kingsport, Tennessee on Sunday and ate at Meadowview. Are you going to get your Andes done? No?
I just miss Publix being open. I wanna go there. Publix has something called a saucer flip, and it's one of their flying saucers, but it's been flipped and apples put inside. And first time I had one the other day. That was so good.
Eddie said, "I bet that was good, Spaceman." Oh, Eddie had some news that he told me too. Over there near where Eddie lives is over there in the Johnson City area. They are building an Andes over there, an Andes frozen
Really?
custard over there near where Eddie lives in Johnson City.
Well, that'll put that place on the map. You've got to have a lot of population to support an expensive ice cream like that.
There was another lady that tried to hand feed a bear in Gatlinburg, and she was, she was caught on people's photographs doing it. I don't think that she was feeding the bear on video, but she was feeding the bear, trying to hand the bear food with her hand. And people caught her on photograph, taking pictures, and tried to turn her in. Spaceman said, "I want to dress up like Yogi Bear and ride on a bear at Dollywood." You can ride on a bear at Dollywood. There are the little bear rides at Dollywood.
That's where I would wear a bear suit, yeah.
Teresa said, "I told my boss I was identifying as a black bear now, so I wouldn't have to hibernate from January until May, and I wouldn't be at work. LOL. It didn't work," she says. Diane said, "LOL, Teresa."
That's a good one. I'm going to sleep next month, and you have to give me my job back when I get back.
Spaceman said, "Great idea, Teresa." Teresa said, "Hey, I tried."
What's another kind of animal? I identify as a Canadian goose, so that I'm going to Florida.
Fly south for the winter?
Yeah.
It's another thing you can try. You can say, "Okay, I've decided I'm identifying as a Canadian goose, so that I can fly south for the winter."
And have my job back when I get back. Can't fire me.
Eddie says, "Just don't start dumpster diving, Teresa."
That'd be funny. I identify as a bear. Was that a dumpster? Over there?
bathrooms ever. Cleanest bathrooms I've ever seen anywhere out in public for sure.
Yeah, they don't even have to use a lot of perfumes. It's so clean.
Sometimes when we're heading that way, I'll say, well, I'm going to the cleanest bathroom in the world. Now, even though they have that, they only have literally one handicap bathroom in the whole, all the little individual bathroom stalls that they have, and they all have their own, like, it's like they're their own little room. Each one is its own little tiny room, you know, and with official door and everything, but there's only one in that whole area that is handicapped, which kind of surprised me that they only had one. You would think they'd have at least two. I am an advocate.
What's the difference between the rest of them and that one? Have more bars to hold on to or something?
No, you could get in with a
Wider door.
you could get in with a motorized scooter.
Oh, that big.
Yes, it was big to get in with a motorized scooter. Those other ones are small.
Right.
You can't get in with a scooter. And I'm an advocate for putting bars in public toilet areas and not just have, like, you know, one handicapped one. I think that they should go ahead and, you know, even if they do have one handicapped one where you can get a motorized scooter in it, mobility scooter, they should have some bars in the other ones that you can pull yourself up, you know, because you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't use a mobility scooter, but maybe they have a back issue, you know, where it's hard for them to get up and down off of a low toilet seat, and you need something to hold on to pull yourself up. So I'm advocating for that, you know, put more bars in the public toilets so people can pull themselves off the seat without hurting their back. They do have the Winterfest lights on the electric poles, but it's just, you know, it's not as bright here, of course. You know, it's a little darker here, but they do have the Christmas lights up on the light poles and stuff, and then, you know, some around. There's one over there to the left by that sign. See, they do have some of those here and there spaced around. They could use some more, though. Definitely could use some more.
Something flew up off the lid right there.
A leaf?
I think it made noise. A leaf wouldn't make noise like that. I was just thinking that I said something on. Forget.
You didn't get out. It would have fell off a long time ago if you had something on there.
Yeah. Yep, the November weather has finally set in. Next, I had a interesting thing was I had a person that I met today needed a house painted, and next week is the last week
Did you get to the right now?
to be able to do it.
Get to the right lane now.
Getting the right one for kiss down right.
Yeah.
You want me to pull through? Yeah, you just pull through. So I've got a good job for next week. Painting the house, the last house I can paint this year. to the weather.
This is Christmas Done Bright. This is a little store that you can buy all these kinds of Christmas light things. And there, look at the joy, it says. It says joy.
There was another place that did big displays down by the highway, but they went out of business.